What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this week's video. Today we are in the garage and we're going to be doing a little bit of fabricating, a little bit of inventing. Today I might invent something that I have yet to see on YouTube or the internet at all, and if it works out, it's going to be really cool. So y'all stay tuned. As you can see, my truck is in here because it's super hot outside, and this is what we're going to be talking about and working on today. I don't have my overland rig on here. That is a really cool way that I've got mine set up. I can go from a full overland truck camping rig to my daily driver here in the matter of minutes just by utilizing my Diamondback cover with my Yakima rack. I can undo 8 nuts, pull the whole setup off, put it in the basement. I don't really like to drive with it all the time, just set up on my truck, because these V6 Toyotas are already horrible on gas, and hauling all that with me everywhere I go just don't make sense. But if you're somebody who's trying to get into truck camping, if you like to go camping but you don't want to sleep on the ground, but you only go a couple of times a year, so you can't justify building out this whole rig setup like all these other overland trucks are out there, like mine usually is, and you don't want the rooftop tent, the ladder rack, you don't want to put a camper shell on your truck, but you still want to experience the truck camping. There is a way to get into it cheap and pretty easy. This is a truck bed tent. Now, I know that you guys have seen these before. They've been around for a long time. They're all over Amazon, all over Google. If you look them up, there's also, I'm going to say, a lot of them out there that are just garbage. You need to stay away from them. Today, I'm going to be modifying the one I've got because I'm not going to part with my Diamondback. This Diamondback is hands down the best mod that I have done to this truck. It's never coming off here. This truck is gonna have to be totaled before I ever pull this Diamondback off. I love this thing. So I wanted to experience this truck bed tent, this really compact, this is the whole tent, the rain fly, the door, the poles, everything is right here. And you can throw this in the floorboard behind the seat of your truck. But I wanted to experience the truck bed camping, the quick and easy setup for one night trips at a hunting club or something like that. And I didn't want to take off my Diamondback in order to do it. So today I'm going to try to modify this a little bit so that I can set this up on my truck, have the tent, and utilize the Diamondback. Maybe my plan is that maybe I can sleep up here and then all of my camping stuff is still here. You can't see it right now, but if you know my channel, you know I've got a full drawer system over here. I've got power, water, everything is under this Diamondback for my camping setup. And if I can sleep in the tent on top of here on my mattresses, and the tent will be set up back here, I can utilize all that, I'll have a really, really cheap, I mean, these tents are a couple $100, and a lightweight way, a stealthy way for me to go do a one-nighter somewhere out in the woods. Especially, this is mainly geared towards my hunting season, when I'm hunting leases and stuff. If I wanna just go get there the night before so I can be up a tree the next morning really early, I think this is a really cool way for me to do it without re-putting all of my overland stuff on my truck just to go for a one-nighter. So that is what we're gonna attempt to do today. Now I will say Napier is this brand tent. This isn't a sponsored video. They did send me this tent months ago for me to kind of check out because I did plan on filming a video like this a while back, but I have used their tents before. I haven't used this specific tent, but I have used the Napiers. The cool thing about their tents is they aren't one size fits all. If you get on the internet and you're looking for a cheap truck bed tent like this, don't go with a one size fits all because they're junk. There's a lot of junk ones out there, and these are truck bed specific. So you just pick out the truck you have, the bed length you have, and then you can actually pick out the tent to fit your bed. So my plan is we are gonna have to modify this one a little bit because these are designed with a full floor that drop into the bed of the tent, and it creates this big dome that you can put an air mattress in, a cot in, and camp just like you would out of a big camper top or a camper shell back here. We're gonna have to cut the floor out, I think, because you know the floor is designed to go down. We'll get to that in just a minute, but my plan is today's video, we're gonna try to pop it up in my shop. If I got enough room in here, we're gonna try to kind of reinvent this one right here to fit that. And this one is actually called the Backroads with a Z camo truck tent. So if you like the one that you see today, I'll have it linked in the video description. You can go check them out. I think they also sell their brand tents on Amazon too. So I'll have links down there. You can go get you one if you want, if you end up liking this one. But let's pop this thing up there. It's gonna be pretty tall. These tents are really cool. They got, like I said, they got the rain fly, everything is in there, and it weighs nothing. This is a really, really cheap way for some of you to get into the truck camping world and just see if you like it. Maybe you can do this, spend a couple $100 and you really don't like it, and it saves you from buying the rooftop tent or the ladder rack and all that other stuff. So let's pop this thing out on the bed of my truck and see what we got to do to make it work. Now, I'm still a little unsure if this is even going to work, but we're going to give it a go. When you open these up, now this isn't really a review of this tent. I'm just going to show you the tent. These are really good tents though. I'm going to show you the tent, and hopefully we don't have to modify it too much. My thought process is I will be able to utilize that I can kind of crack open this Diamondback. Like I can open up this end and that end and use it so when I shut it down on the bottom of the tent, maybe it'll clamp it down and we don't have to do any tying down or anything like that. So we'll see how that works. But here's the tent. I believe everything is balled up in this one little pack. Got a little extra bag in here. No, that's for, I think, hanging inside of the tent. At the top, we'll see. Let's get that out of the way. I hope this works. If this works, it's gonna be really cool because even though this is a small bed, if I sleep diagonal in here, I'll have plenty of room up here. And if you guys remember, I did have a camper shell on here, and one of my most viral YouTube shorts is my diagonal bed setup on YouTube. I did a full video on how I built it. It was a really cool setup. I'm 5'9", and I could sleep diagonal, super comfortable in it. And I think I'll be able to do the same thing on top of this Diamondback. So there's all of our poles right there. They're color coded. You got black, gray, and green. I'm gonna leave them in there for now. This is our rain fly. I'll leave it set to the side for now too, because we're gonna focus on just laying the tent out for now. It's a good looking camouflage. I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to look online. It's a good looking camouflage pattern. And the way they kind of design these is so that you strap them down the side. So if you're looking into getting one and you don't have a Diamondback, they really are really easy to set up. Am I doing it right? There's the door. All right, so I think I'm already crooked, right? No, the door's down there. These are windows. The Diamondback's already throwing it off because the floor is wanting to go down. In order for me to give this bottom right here, I'm gonna have to modify the floor. Let me just get it all popped out. I'll slide some poles in it, maybe, because I don't want to do any cutting until I'm exactly sure what and where I need to be cutting this floor to fit it around this Diamondback. I don't think I'm gonna have to cut this entire bottom out. I'm hoping I don't, because I want to make sure that it stays together after I cut it, but I do want to make it work with this Diamondback. What's cool is you can't lose these instructions because they build them into the bag itself. So you got pages right here, shows you exactly what to do, tells you which color poles. So let's see, the first thing it's supposed to do is we're supposed to drape it over and go ahead and hook it to the outside. I'm not gonna do any hooking just yet. So we're gonna skip that step. Insert poles in the corresponding color sleeves. The black ones go the X, the green goes from front to back, and the gray goes across the front. So it looks like we're gonna do the green one first. The green one goes from front to back. All right, oh, even the pockets are colored. There's a green little stitching right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. There's a green stitching on that pocket. So that is exactly where this is supposed to go. Does it go on the inside or the outside? So I got a green tab here. I'm gonna slide this in there like that, push it back, and there are some clips going across the top. I'm assuming they just go in there like that. I don't know if it goes, yeah, we'll just do that. All right, there's the green. Let's cross our blacks. So let's go in there. And before I arch it up, I'm gonna go ahead and cross the other black one. Got a sleeve right here. There we go. Oh man, this is gonna stick up way higher than I thought. Now I still have that other pole. So my thought is we're gonna be able to go under the Diamondback and have it where when it's up, it'll be like this. It looks like I am gonna have just enough room. I've got it kind of hooked down there for now. But this is supposed to be dropping down to the floor, but since the Diamondback's there, it's not allowing it. Now, I know it looks all cattywampus right now, but it'll make sense, I think, once I figure out how to cut this bottom out the right way. I'm gonna go ahead and put the gray pole in. It goes over the door here. Looks like it's a lot longer than the other poles. If I can get it to go in, because this is also designed to go all the way down to the tailgate, but that Diamondback might not let me do it until we cut it. Is that supposed to be? Okay, that worried me. There's a bend in this one. So the gray one's got two of the connections, they got a slight bend to them, and it's because of the dome shape. I believe we're gonna have to create. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to put the gray pole in yet because the floor is keeping me from doing it. I've reached a point where I've gotta trim the bottom out. So let me, that's gonna be pretty cool if I can make this work. Let me see the best place to cut the bottom out of this thing, and then we'll go from there. It is the next morning. As you can see, we are outside. I didn't want to finish the video off by showing it to you in the garage. You really couldn't see it very well in there. But I pulled it out here today. I wanted to show it to you. I spent the last few hours last night cutting the floor out. It did really well. I was able to kind of precisely cut it the way I wanted it. Now you are gonna notice that the tent does lean towards the back just a little bit, and that's because once I cut the floor out and I cinched it down, it allows that tent to kind of spread open a little more towards the back, which is fine. It's still locked down pretty good. I do think that I'm gonna really like this rainfly. It's like an oversized rainfly. I'm able to open up all the windows and still get the air to flow through, and if it does rain or that early morning dew gets on the tent, it won't come in on me. I thought that was pretty cool. It's got a big net in the front, a big door that I can open up for even more ventilation. I think this is gonna be perfect for these single, one trip, one nighters or whatever when I go out hunting and stuff this winter. But I wanna show you the inside. Before I do wanna say, if you like this video, make sure you're giving it a thumbs up, give it a share. It goes a long way to help support my channel. If you're not subscribed and you like this video, go to my homepage. I got a ton of videos like this about camping, trucks, boats, kayaks, all kind of cool stuff. So if you like this, odds are you'll like something there. Hit that subscribe button while you're there. Now let me show you guys the inside of this thing. All right, I went ahead and opened up the back door so you guys could see in here. But the back door has got the mosquito net like I mentioned, and it's got the regular door. But see how the inside's black of this tent? Everything is just completely blacked out. Hopefully I got enough light in there for you. There you go. Look at them walls. Everything's blacked out. It's got a window over here. It's got a window over here. That little net thing from the beginning of the video, it hangs in the top and you can hang a light there. I've just got my little camping light hanging up in there for now. But as you can see, I've got my rollout cot mat in here and I've got it straight. And I laid in here earlier, and you can actually lay straight or at an angle on top of this Diamondback, or I can, and be completely comfortable. So there's gonna be plenty of room up here. But then if you step back, I've also got full access to my truck bed here. I've got my pull-out drawer, all my cooking stuff in here. I've got my pull-out little shelf here for cutting board, my stove here. I probably won't set my stove here when I'm in this configuration using this tent because I don't want to cook inside. I did leave this part of the floor here because I didn't want to cut out too much of the floor of the tent because I was unsure on how much was going to be too much of the floor to cut out where it didn't work as a tent anymore. But it seems to work really well with this setup. And I'll be sharing this guy with y'all soon. Y'all know I love my Pecrons. I've had the 600, I've got the 2000 at home, and this is their new E1500. This thing is a beast. I've been kind of product testing it for the last month or so. It's awesome. I'll be sharing that with you guys very soon. But look at all this access I've got. Now this is gonna be almost impossible to film, but maybe you guys can see me. I don't know, I can't see the screen from here. Let me see if I can lay in here comfortably. Now see how my mattress is hanging off the Diamondback? But I feel like if I lay in here something like this, I'm sorry if I'm yelling in the mic, but if I lay in here something like this, I can sleep pretty good. Or like I mentioned earlier, if I go at a diagonal, like if I move my mattress like this, I can definitely fit. So like if it's just me, look at this. I'm on top of the Diamondback in the tent. I've got the windows shut, so it is super hot in here. Let me open up this window. Let some air in here. And the underside of the rainfly is also black. So it keeps it, you can open up the windows and it keeps it just as dark in here, which is pretty cool. Oh my God, it's like a hot box in here right now. But it feels like I'm inside of like a igloo or something. I know you guys probably can't even see me. This little bit of light's probably not doing any good out here. Let me get out of this thing. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for this week's video. I really appreciate you guys watching, especially those of you who are here every Monday at 6 p.m. just waiting on my new videos to drop. That support means everything to me. You're really helping me grow my channel these days. I really appreciate all of that. If you like this video, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. If you are new here and you liked it and you're not subscribed, go to my homepage, check out some of my other videos. There's stuff there that you'll like if you like this one, I promise. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button. I upload every Monday at 6 p.m. and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.